I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Packers going up against the Bears. So let's send you up to Chicago, where we'll say hello to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Rodgers again here, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. third and long. It's Rodgers throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Here we go. Over.
Petty now. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
We see this offense, and we see Jeremy Langford, certainly a guy to watch in this game.
He plays a game with great determination, Brandon. In college, he played multiple positions before settling in at running back. He made the right choice.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. Check. Green 39.
They keep it on the ground with Langford. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Here's Petty. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Clinton Dix attracted a lot of attention when he was about to enter the NFL for his ability to play the football in the air. He's actually shown that he can tackle pretty well in the league, too.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
To throw is Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The starting 11 defensively for the Bears.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed, complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a night with at least something.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They go screenplay to Langford. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's brought down. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Petty now. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriots. Over.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go.
They'll try to run for the first with Langford. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Bernard, just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's third down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Here's Matt Darr now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken right around the 44. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Ten yards still left on second down.
Over. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a handoff. It's Langford. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
Watch it now, Barney.
And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense.
Here we go. Now let's go.
On the ground with a tight end. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Green 39. Green. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
And he motions the wide receiver. Here's Petty. His throw incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Rodgers now on first down. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On second down, here's Rodgers. On the screen, Bernard. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Are you crediting your defense?
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here, now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And Crosby puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had an ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll cut it to the left sideline. Jeremy Langford. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him Chicago first down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll come out in the pistol. Back to the ground. This time Langford. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 8 yards to go here on second down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Petty now. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
No. Check. Patriots. Patriots. 19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here's Bernard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down following the run. Another pistol look here. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They come up in an offset eye. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
No. Patriot!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing his under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So it's a third field goal for him now, and he's accounted for all 9 of their points thus far.
And he's definitely keeping them afloat. But we say it so often, field goals are not going to win you games in the National Football League. They've got to find ways to start capitalizing when they get down near the red zone.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Patty. They go screenplay to Langford. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll give him 8 on the play. A timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. He's got his man on the crossing route. Back now at Soldier Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And now a first down following that long gain. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, here we go. Green, 39, gun!
Petty now. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Trying to run some clock with Langford. 1 yard and now no yards have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They come up in an offset eye.
Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
That's fielded in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now the Packers get set to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to go up top again, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Caught left side by Cobb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They come up in an offset eye. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And a cutback right sideline. And he's brought down after a good gain. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Langford again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. second down, Langford. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
If they want to first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Another pistol look here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Rodgers throwing on second, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Danny Trevathan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Back to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He's got time. Now, and this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Their big-bodied receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have moved out and stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Well, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Here we go now. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. 5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. Here's Petty. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Leopard. Set. Green, 30. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Petty now. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So many practices we've watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.